who are trying to drive a certain narrative in the Mount Kenya region where coffee is mainly grown. There have been accusations that the majority leader in this house being falsely and unfairly accused of frustrating a bill that had not even gotten to the floor of this house. Well, senior members who have been here long enough know the procedure of parliament and the way bills are processed. So today, I'm a happy member of this house and also a happy chair of the Parliamentary Coffee Caucus. Honorable Speaker, the regeneration of the Kenya coffee industry has come at a time of great challenges. The coffee growing areas and land has shrunk tremendously. The production per tree has gone down. Farmers have been pushed at the periphery of the coffee trade. This bill brings back farmers as major players in the trading of the coffee commodity. Honorable Speaker, the coming back of the re-establishment of the Coffee Research Institute at a time when farmers are faced with the effects of climate change, effects of new diseases and pesticides, and declining production, the need to regenerate the aging coffee bushes could not have come at a better time. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I allowed this bill for bringing back the Coffee Research Institute. However, Honorable Speaker, I still feel that in the same way we fund research at Kemri, in the same way we fund research at Karua, the coffee farmer, because this is a key crop for this country, a key foreign exchange earner, the coffee farmer must also be supported by the exchequer in reviving the research which has been largely dormant for over 10 years. Honorable Speaker, a number of regulators are still active in the coffee value chain, from county governments, the Capital Markets Authority, and the board. It is important for, especially in the coffee trade at the Nairobi Coffee Auction and the Nairobi Coffee Exchange, which is regulated by the Capital Markets Authority, that there is simplicity, clarity, and speed in resolving issues that have either been raised by traders or by the authority itself. Honorable Speaker, it is not possible and tenable in this era of accountability and transparency for the Capital Markets Authority to raise a question to be responded for by a coffee broker, give them 7 days to respond, yet sit on the same communication in resolving it for more than 21 days. That is being an impediment to coffee trade. Honorable Speaker, the best prices by our coffee farmers are fetched through direct sales. Direct sales must be allowed to thrive and not frustrated in this country. That is where our farmers are able to get better prices over and above the prices at the auction. Direct sales must be allowed to complement the sales at the Nairobi Coffee Exchange, and therefore the clarity to the route to the market for direct sales, clarity for settlement, and speedy resolution, and the number of bureaucracies and the number of offices required lying in between the conclusion and the agreement of the price and the export of the commodity by the buyer must be streamlined and simplified. In fact, ideally, we should see in this law direct sales having a one-stop shop. Honorable Speaker, the coffee farmer during his heydays had the Kenya Planters Cooperative Union. Those assets were mismanaged And even the coming back of the coffee board, we must ensure that the membership of the board does not also run into the same problems that KPCU ran. New KPCU today is a parastatal, and the question of how this parastatal will continue to operate alongside the coffee board needs to be clarified. Honorable Speaker, the milling capacity in this country has been competing for very low volumes. And the area of milling has been used traditionally. Actually, the milling area had been the home and the den of cartels. Whereas the new reforms have disrupted the horizontal integration, Honorable Speaker, we cannot remove the old cartels and create a new dominant cartel to carry out the same roles that we were saying have caused suffering to the farmers. Honorable Speaker, it is not possible for millers and brokerage agents and brokerage firms to participate in direct trade, in direct sales, and therefore we must provide for punitive penalties for the players who violate the provisions of this law. Honorable Speaker, the question of financing production of coffee is central to the revival of the coffee business in this country. And therefore we must have clarity and predictable subsidy program for coffee farmers. This sector requires a rebirth, it requires to be revived, and we have to make deliberate steps to support the coffee farmer better. I want to congratulate the Kenya Kwanza government for continuation of the Sheriff Fund, but it is also important and paramount that we craft support for farm inputs and agronomy services. Extension services and the county governments have gone to the dogs. It is imperative that if we are reviving this sector, that the national government intervenes or provides clear guidelines for collaboration in supporting farmers with better agronomy services.